Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Normal Nerd Show, the place where I discuss some of your favorite anime and manga, review both live action and animated movies, and American comics and cartoons as well, and so much more. I am your host, the one and only Mr. Ed. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you all can join me today for another episode of The Normal Nerd Show. And guess what? Today is a very, very special day. For today, at long last, we are finally reviewing our very first manga series. And this manga series is going to be special because this series is going to be the primary series I review on this channel going forward. And the name of this series is called Zom 100. So sit back, everybody, and relax because we're going to go on a journey. A journey to the land of the zombies and all types of funny shit. Now the story begins with this poor fellow right here, about to be turned to a Christmas dinner by this group of zombies. Now lucky for him, everything turns out to be a movie being watched by this guy right here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Akira, a 24-year-old office worker who also happens to look like a zombie himself right now, and also happens to be the hero of this series. And if Akira's looking worse for wear, everybody, well, he is. The chapter takes us back 4 years prior, where we see a much happier looking Akira at his first day at his new job. Now everything seems to be fine at first. Akira's welcomed warmly by all his peers, and his supervisor seems to be a nice guy. But unfortunately for our dear Akira, he has no clue of the living hell he's walked himself right into. You see, after the first day, he's invited out to dinner with his co-workers, and once again everything seems to be going fine. His peers are all drinking, laughing, everyone seems to be having a good old time. But after dinner is over with, instead of going home like normal people, Akira's co-workers begin to head back to the office instead of going home, which confuses Akira. Now Akira also has to go back into the office, where he's unfortunately forced to work all night and actually doesn't get to go back home until almost 2 days later, which is pretty messed up. Once he's finally able to go back home and get some rest, Akira realizes too late that the company he now works for is in fact a black company. Now those unaware what a black company is, well, in Japan, there are companies where are basically borderline slave labor. For example, employees are forced to work overtime hours while getting overtime pay. They have to meet unrealistic deadlines, otherwise they're going to lose their jobs. They also are constantly harassed, belittled, and abused by their bosses to the point where some people go crazy, some even commit suicide. It's just not a good place to work at, and it's just honestly horrible. And I'm pretty sure some people are wondering, like, why work at a place like this? Why not just quit? Well, you see, unlike here in the United States where you can just quit a job, go find another one, in Japan reviews are a thing. And if you get a bad review from your other job while trying to find a new one, it can actually fuck you up from getting a brand new job because, again, other bosses actually want to know what you look like as an employee at your past job. And then like they hear, that can cause you not to get the job, which is messed up because it seems like once you're in a black company, you're kind of stuck there, which is bad for our boy Akira. Now poor Akira's life soon becomes a living hell as he's forced to work ridiculously long hours with little to no rest, while also being forced to meet the ridiculous demands of the slave-driving bosses. And honestly, as the chapter progresses, we see as Akira slowly goes from being that fresh-faced new hire to eventually become the burnt-out wage slave we saw at the beginning of the chapter, which is pretty much most Americans. And like, oof, it's funny how this series is starting to mirror reality. Akira wants to quit this job, but unfortunately, without any other prospect, he's forced to stay there and soldier on until he can find something else, which doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. However, folks, there is a silver lining to this situation. You see, Akira has fallen head over heels for the office hottie, Miss Sayori, and honestly, she's the only thing giving Akira enough strength to get through the day most days. Unfortunately for Akira, she happens to be the CEO of his company's side piece, so that ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Sorry, Akira. The chapter then takes us back to the present, where Akira finally decides it's time to hit the hay because, guess what? He's gotta go to work in the morning. I mean, look at that face. Ain't the face of a man who's happy with his job and wants to go in every day? Of course it is. Now the next day before he goes into work, Akira stops by his landlord's office in order to pay a past due bill, and it is here, ladies and gentlemen, where the proverbial shit finally hits the fan. Akira accidentally walks on his landlord, who is now a zombie, feasting on the mangled corpse of his wife. Guess how that marriage counselor didn't help them out at all. Akira of course tries to sneak out of the room, but he catches the zombie's attention and has to make a run for it. He manages to escape outside and discover that all of Tokyo is infested with zombies, and he soon has to run for his life again, because guess what? There are even more zombies. Who would have thought? When Akira finally manages to escape and has time to process what's happening, he is overcome with joy because, you know what? He don't have to go to work anymore, which, given what he's been through in the last 4 years, can you blame him? I sure as fuck don't. After managing to get back to his apartment, Akira decides that he has to go to save Miss Sayori, all so he can profess his love for her. Which has me like, bro, the fucking world's coming to an end. You thinking about some ass? Men, right? So, after using his company's emergency contact book to find out where Sayori lives, like a total creep, Akira travels through hordes of zombies in order to get to her place. When he finally makes it to her apartment, he finds the CEO of his company is there. Not only is he a zombie, he's also butt-ass naked. And taking a look at this guy, I'm pretty sure we're all thinking this, but damn boy, you is a thick one. You is a thick-ass boy, just saying. Now, Akira, being the stand-up guy that he is, takes this moment not only to turn his resignation, but he also thanks the CEO of the company for giving him a chance to be an employee. Mind you, not only did this man and his underlings make Akira's life a living hell for the last 4 years, so that says a lot about Akira, but right after he gives him all this praise and thanks, he proceeds to tackle his fat ass straight through the bedroom door rugby style. And after crashing through the door, this is where Akira finally finds Sayori. But unfortunately for her, and for Akira, the poor girl's already become a zombie. Even though he's heartbroken, as we all can imagine, Akira, shockingly, is still not deterred. He still takes the time to tell Sayori how he feels. He proclaims her to be his first love and how he'll always remember her and never forget all she did from back when they worked together at the company, and told her how grateful he was for her as well. Then he's gotta get the hell out of there before she tries to eat him. But hey, Akira, look at this way, bro. At least you got to see your tits before you went out. Just saying. The chapter soon ends with Akira making his way back home, traveling through the hordes of zombies once again. And even though the world around him is burning down to ashes, he still can't help but be happy because for the first time in his life again, he's a free man. And he has 4 years of making up to do, and he's gotta enjoy every moment of it. And this is where we end the review, folks, of Chapter 1, Zombie 100, titled Akira of the Dead. So yes, everyone, that is Chapter 1 of Zombie 100, and honestly, I hope you actually enjoyed this because oh my god, I love this series. I love Akira. I love where the story's going. I love the artwork. I just love absolutely everything about this series, and I can't wait to see where it's going. The creators need to take a bow. They need to take a bow because they've done something amazing and unique in the world of shonen manga, and I just can't wait to see where they take it from here. And also, I encourage you to pick up a copy of the series as well, and actually buy a copy because great shonen artists and writers need to be supported. Also, before you go,